To the moon, to the moon. Man, this game made me happy yesterday. I don't know if you saw that Douglas Adams quote. Like, I was proper Douglas Adams fanboy as a teenager. Holy shit. So much love for it. Blasphemous says American oatmeal is more mushy. Did you all see the quote? We can read it one more time. I don't mind. I've read like the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, the trilogy of 5 parts. I've read the whole thing back to finish way over 10 times, maybe even 20. I don't know. The Pilgrim's Guide to Origami has already supplanted the great Wikipedia Origamia as the standard repository of all knowledge and wisdom about paper folding. It's so fun as well because the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he kind of missed out because Douglas Adams, he tried to create the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but like for humans on Earth. The idea that he had at that time, like it was early internet, he thought that what if we take a traveling guide, like a hitchhiker's guide to the world, right? But we crowdsource the whole thing, so we gather all the information about everything. We just crowdsource the information and get all that information to a single place, and anyone can go in and edit it. And he was like a couple of years too early, otherwise Wikipedia as we know it would have a different name today. Yeah, it was pretty much, he tried to create Wikipedia before it became famous, like a proper hipster. It just failed, unfortunately. They still have, the website is still up, by the way. Right. Actually, let's move you over here. Get over here. I don't think you can edit it anymore, but I think they keep it up for posterity. Wait, no. It's a BBC thing. Maybe it is. Oh, look at that. Allemansrätten in Swedish. We talked about that a couple of days ago. Right? I don't know if you can edit it. Maybe you can. No, BBC keeps it open, right? Collaborative guide, one that was written and kept up to date by the people who used it in real time. Might be a neat idea, right? That's what he said when he started it. I just didn't realize that such a thing might be possible in my lifetime, or how powerful such a thing might be. Right. Yeah, it is still edited. Look at that. So it is Wikipedia, but it's more of a travel guide then, I suppose. It's not kept up for posterity. I haven't been on this page for a long time though. Maybe I should spend some time there. Maybe. Do you know what grits is? Asks Noderunner. No? Grits? Grits. I'm guessing a simple search like this may not show up. Oh, it's food. Fuck. Cheese. So it's, what is it, like porridge cheese? Cheese grits? Porridge from cheese? But it's not really porridge then, is it? I mean, I fucking love cheese. So I'm guessing this is super unhealthy and super tasty. Blasphemous says, have you ever had an English breakfast? It looks delicious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I gotta see a picture to just compare English Just see what I've had and not had. Yes, many times. I mean, I lived in Ireland for half a year. And I've been to Britain a couple of times. It's not super common in Sweden though. I mean, we have eggs. It's common. Eggs and bacon we often do. The white beans. I don't eat that for breakfast a lot, no. Usually I don't have tomatoes for breakfast, but bacon and eggs. I have had like all of them together, but I enjoy. Like nowadays it's mostly muesli, right? Alright. Snowdrunners says grits is a porridge made from boiled cornmeal. It doesn't have to be cheese. Just everybody puts cheese in it because cheese is so tasty, I suppose. Cornmeal. I don't even know what cornmeal is. Why is cornmeal different from corn? Oh, right. Right. Wait. Didn't you call that oatmeal before? Like this is like a flour, right? Flour from corn. So why isn't it called corn flour? Cornbread says blasphemous. Oh, I love cornbread. It's like oatmeal was not flour. That was just like you crush the thing and heat it up. While cornmeal, it's flour. Semantics doesn't check out, does it? What are you doing? Or what if I search for corn flour? Like it's exactly the same. Snowdrunner says oatmeal is made out of oats. Cornmeal is made out of corn. Yes. I get that part. But when I image searched for cornmeal, I got corn flour. Like when I search for oatmeal and cornmeal, I don't get two meals. Oh, it's not flour either? Alright. You're probably familiar with cornmeal as the key ingredient in cornbread. What exactly is it? Despite its notoriety for being the key ingredient, it's a one-note ingredient. Cornmeal's vibrant color and that. What is it? Made out of ground yellow corn, ranging from texture in fine to coarse grounds. Yeah, it's flour. Most yellow cornmeal, especially kind of new supermarkets, that are made from dent corn, which is the high starch content and prominent corny texture. It's not as powdery. Is that it? It's just not as powdery. So it's like, yeah, like when we go to muesli, it's just how much you crush it, how much you grind it down. Is that the difference? Like this is not as ground down as flour is. Snowdrunner says, I mean, it's a type of flour, but it's not flour. I forgot I bought some oatmeal when COVID first began. I'm making it now, says Blasphemous. Cornbread is great. Alright. So, yeah. Fucking weird foods, eh? But then, I mean, the oatmeals weren't flour. That's what I mean, right? Why do you call it cornmeal and oatmeal when oatmeal is something completely different? And also you can have a meal which is just a dish. The word confuses me. The use of the word meal confuses me. Very confusing. Although it has many omissions and contains much that is apocryphal, or at least wildly inaccurate, it scores over the older, more pedestrian work in two important respects. First, it was made out of paper, and secondly, it provides numerous band-aids to make up for the inevitable paper cuts resulting from reading this book. Don't panic. Yes, I want to read more. For each of the Grand Origami Masters, it is absolutely essential for each origami to be completed in exactly 42 moves. In most origami tournaments, scissor cuts are considered cheating, but uppercuts are deemed legal. I love that. Oh. Right, we already did that. So what did we did? We got a key to the basement, right? We can open the funny room in the basement now. Let's open the funny room in the basement. This is the basement. We'll play hide and seek here. Turn on the light before you trip over something. That's the funny room, I guess. More books. A dusty pile of Animorphs books sit here. Animorphs? What's this? Chest is locked. Point and click adventures. Oh, we can move this somehow. No? The chest is locked. Everything is locked, eh? The cabin is filled with unused fine china. That idea is so funny. Like, there's so many. And this is filled with dusty books. There has been so many, like, in the older generations. They have a lot of fine china. Like, plates and stuff they never use. They just store them like that and never use them. What's the point? Like, if you buy something fine, just use it. I mean, I could understand if they didn't want to use it and just wanted to keep it pristine or whatever. But then, I mean, if it's supposed to be an ornament, then have it as an ornament. I don't know, hang them on the wall or something, right? Just having them over here feels kind of weird. The door is locked, but we do have a key. We open the door with the room key. Let's go inside. It's like a cave in here. What? Does he like rabbits? Broken music box. A stuffed toy platypus. Looks adorable enough to annoy Neil. Might come in handy. Wait. I mean, he's dying anyway, right? So let's just steal his toys that he's hidden away in a strange fucking room. That seems like a good idea. Oh, it is origami. Of course it's origami. A rabbit folded out of paper. He loves origami. And Douglas Adams. Wait. Do we have no textual reaction to this room? It's a visual reaction. So we have a room filled with origami rabbits. That is what we're seeing here. And we can't go in or do anything in here. We just found a toy platypus plushie, I think it was, maybe. I don't know. Nodrunner asks, is this an RPG Maker game? Probably. I don't know. Looks like it, doesn't it? Did you see it? Asked Sarah. What do you know about all those rabbits? Nothing. The old man didn't want anyone to go inside, so we never told him. Blasphemous was wondering the same thing. Want me to check it out? Moon is built with the RPG Maker XP engine. Well, seems like. I mean, it's like I put it on this slot on the stream for a reason, right? It's more of a visual novel more than it's on that side of the spectrum, right? As far as I understand, it's mostly a reading experience. A little about clicking, point and click as well, I suppose. The old man didn't want anyone to go inside, so we never told him. ... There are more of them, actually. Where? Inside the abandoned lighthouse, just beneath this cliff. Wanna go see? I got the keys. You aren't supposed to go in there either, are you? Hehe! Remind me to never take you to Neil's house. Wait, who's Neil? Is that the other doctor? I don't... I'm terrible with names, I don't remember any Neil. So, you want to go and see the lighthouse? Well, it's rather cold outside, but... Decision. Oops. If John is the one who put the rabbits there, I'll probably run into it inside his memories anyway. Wait. Yeah, Neil is the one configuring my shit. Damn it. I didn't want to click no. I wanted to click yes. I wanted to go to the lighthouse. Are we stuck? Noderunner says that I'm heading to bed. Good night and goodbye. Yeah, good night. Sleep well. See you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Do I have to, like... Do I live with my fat fingering on my misclick? Or do I reload? Fuck, I really want to go to the lighthouse. I mean, we haven't done that much. I can just rush through it, right? Autosave. Oh. That was way longer ago. Alright. We just... None of this was important. We just go in. We pick up the thing. Weird fucking room, eh? ... That was the only reaction. I mean, she wouldn't say anything. Stuffed toy platypus. Poke it? No, we took it, so... That decision I'll live with. When I made it, right? Did you see it? Yeah, we did go through this. Wait. Yeah. Go see the lighthouse. You know what? Fine. Maybe it'll tell me more about those rabbits. Well... Maybe it'll tell more about him. We did read a book about the origami, right? Let's go check that old lighthouse out. Do I need to talk to them? No, they just follow me around. Nice. Black screen around us kind of seemed like it was cutscene was gonna happen, but no. There it is. We need to head south to the street and take another path to get down to it, though. Yeah, I forgot my parachute. Hold it in? No. Point, click. I remember the path. Oh no! Oops. My bad. My novelty beach ball. Someone broke it. Ah. It was stupid anyway. But it's the best novelty beach ball I've ever had. Oh, who could have been so cruel? It's not cruelty. Look, I'll buy you another one. No, don't do it. You will? Sure, but we kinda need to get going now. That's me learning not to trust Neil. I mean, that has been the whole game so far. Don't trust Neil, don't trust Neil, don't trust Neil, and again, let's not trust Neil. And again, they just hammered it in. Don't trust Neil. Who's the dummy that crashed the car? Not me. It's pretty dark out, aren't you kids scared? Of course not, we'll roleplay it anyway. What? Tommy's a super powerful knight and I'm a mighty magician. Blasphemous says Neil most likely crashed it. Yes, Neil crashed it. That is how the game started. Neil crashed it. That's like that's why I'm saying they hammer it down. Neil crashes the car. Neil makes us pop the balloon. Neil's he's untrustworthy. He's super untrustworthy character. Yeah, we destroy all evil, says Tommy. Oh, that's nice. You roleplay too? No? She's not cool enough to do it. Hey, I could if I wanted to. Just you children watch. Someone is snoring. Let's wake him up. Ooh, a squirrel. Oh no, it's a terrible squirrel gone. Wait, what? Don't worry, children. I'll protect you. Wait, are you kidding? This is kind of a joke, right? Attack. Volcanic jump kick. Whirlwind slap. Armageddon fist. Or shoe. Shoe. Yelling volume. Loud, louder, or loudest. Oh man. Alright, so louder is fine. Your time is at an end, squirrel gone. Blasphemous says, children hit the squirrel like it's Neil. Oh. Hiya. Stop it! Or we can tell Ma you animal abuse. Oh. Yeah, she'll call the cops on you. What? I wasn't gonna... Didn't you say you like role-playing? You should be ashamed of yourself. Let's name it Teddy. Okay. Let's just forget this happened. Oh man. So far, I'm really enjoying this game. It has from... Yeah, this is a great first impression. Best one so far from the 3 games we've gone with. Hold on, what's that over there? Where? Oh, this here. Memory of River E. Wiles. River Wiles. Was she John's wife? I don't know. Come on, the lighthouse is right over there. Oh. Ooh, that was flashbacks to Final Fantasy VII running up the stairs. More origami rabbits. This is it. Multicolored paper rabbits. Hey, this wasn't here when we came last week. Oh yeah, Jenny must have come up here before he fell ill again. This is the only one with 2 colors, eh? You know, these things... Wait, you know, actually, these things actually look pretty hard to fold. Yeah. Kind of an odd hobby, though. Wait, why is it an odd hobby? Oh, that's my phone. It's Watts. Is everything ready? Alright. He's Neil Watts. Sometimes he's Neil, sometimes he's Watch. We can hit him, but not the squirrels. Alright, I'll be right there. Wait, you have a creepy ringtone. Because it scares the monsters away. Come on, let's head back. Received paper rabbit. There he is. Neil. Even looks like a bad guy, like a typical anime bad guy, you know, having glasses that makes his eyes completely white. Looking like a villain. Oh, why don't you be late by another half an hour? Not like we've got a dying client or anything. Yeah. Sure, Neil, whatever. I got caught up in something. I got caught up in something too. It's called our job. Like, I don't know if you were here yesterday, Blasphemous, but what we made was a decision. We got to make a decision that somebody had to go around, play detective to learn some stuff about the dying dude. And I decided that I was going to do that decision. And he said, oh, I'm just going to sit on my ass while you go and do the detective work. And now he's giving us a hard time about it. Oh, Neil. Get off your high horse. I'm late just this one time and you milk it. And like, not forgetting that, like, I don't know, an hour ago, perhaps, he crashed the car. He crashed the car like an hour ago. At least tell me we're good to go. Of course we are, because I'm competent. Your helmet's on the couch. Chop chop. On the couch? This is the couch. Wait, not yet. Let's talk to these people first. Go on, I'll watch over his physical conditions throughout the procedure. By the way, I'm curious. How does it work? Do you just write him another life? Like a novel? Explain, yes, please explain. Blasphemous says Neil seems to be projecting. Wait, what do you mean projecting? Oh, right. He's lashing out. He's screwed up, so he's... I am competent, you're incompetent. Let's explain. No, we can't just make up new memories out of thin air. Then how do you do it? Not us, the machine does most of it. Naturally, since we aren't paid enough to get our hands dirty. In a nutshell, we simply travel through his memories as early as possible. When we do, we would then transfer his registered desire of going to the moon. To the reconstruction of the world and himself at the early state. And with the help of a wiki of data and his own, the machine would then simulate a rerun. Except this time, he'll have the motivation of his registered desire with him his whole life. So you'd be depending on him fulfilling his own wish by simply having the desire to? How could that be? Everyone has ambition for things, but most don't accomplish them. Right? That's because in the real world, ambitions fluctuate and fade. Okay, so it's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation, but what they do is they make them relive all their memories and live through life one more time, like a simulation, right? They simulate their life. They just change something. Since it's not real, they can inception. They can inception an idea and make that thing happen through the life. Is that the idea? I'm guessing the whole story is based on the idea that the life flashes before your eyes when you die. And they just assume in this reality that is actually what's happening. So people actually relive their whole life. I'm guessing that is the idea. I don't know. They embrace. Oh, they do the Microsoft thing. What is it? Embrace, extend, extinguish. Well, they don't extinguish. Well, probably. Blasphemous says, would false memories really be worth living through? Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never lived through a memory, but all memories are false memories. There is no such thing as a real memory, right? How memory works, like if we take autobiographical memory, what we're talking about right now, the type of memory you have when you remember some experience you had or whatever. What kind of happens with my limited understanding, right? I've studied psychology, but it was some time ago and it's a little bit iffy. But as far as I understand it, it's that when you do your memory, it's not like you're traveling back in time. It's like it's an active thing, right? It's something you do, a memory, something you do. It's not something you have. You create a memory right now. So like the memory of the first time you went to school. Fuck, I don't even have that memory. That's kind of interesting. But let's say you had a memory of the first time ever you went to school, your first day. That memory a week after you went to school the first time, you remember it, but then you remember it from the point of view when after you've already been to school a week. If you remember it a year later, you remember it in the context of you being to school for a week. So all the fresh stuff, like the thing that was there, like how it looked, how the entrance looked, all the trees that were there and everything like that will be colored by your most recent memory, right? How it looks right now, how the place looks right now. So it's a mishmash of things. Just like in computers, right? You have a lot of dependencies. All of those dependencies change and get upgraded along the way. So your memories, it's never a pure image of what actually happened. And they're mostly false. Like they've used that. You've probably heard the thing about everybody remember where they were when the towers fell or when Kennedy died or stuff like that. That is all an illusion. Like most people think they remember what they did when they got the news. But usually those are completely misremembered. It's like the memory is a creation in the now. to go with that quote I did before from that lyric. Where is the future? There is no past. Only the present, and it will not last. Blasphemous, eh? I was sleeping all day on 9/11, Kappa. Well, that is your memory of 9/11. It might not have been that way. Like, a lot of people have strong memories of when something super significant happens, right? But what I'm saying is that all memories are false. Maybe you were not sleeping all day. Maybe something happened that you don't remember. It's a super interesting thing that memory is so fucked up. Alright. People start things with a passion, but eventually they lose that initial drive and slow down. Exactly. Everything normalizes. Everything normalizes. We get used to stuff. We're an adaptive bunch. That's where, when we were talking about relationships earlier, right? Relationship, for some people it can become stale because the passion kind of normalizes. But imagine if you locked onto that initial push through your entire life, never wavering. So that's what you're doing. All right, and the question that started off that thing was, is it worth it living through false memories? So that's the different part of the question, right? The first part of the question was about false memories, and I mean, living through memories is kind of a weird thing to think about in general. Let's say that it's a simulation, right? They simulate. So from your perspective, when you die, I wonder, we'll see where they go with it. It kind of depends, right? It's the eternal recurrence kind of thing. So you don't remember, so it's just another you living through their whole life one more time, but with different things happening. Like you get one thing that you change, like he can go to the moon, for example. He's gonna go to the moon right now. So he changes one important aspect of his life. So it's more like the many world interpretation. Like he makes different choices. So it's not, will he still remember living that other life? So is it a prolonging of his life? Or is it just, you just changes his memories? Because if you just change his memories, then it's not even living through the memories, then it's just changed memories. I mean, I can see the value in just changing memories. Like that's the Clementine, the Jim Carrey movie, right? No, actually no, changing memories. Like I have that. Like I'm guessing most people have that, right? You think back on your life and you just wish that some things turned out a little bit differently. Like I have that often, it's a mistake, so I'm trying to just accept the feelings and let them go. But I have that feeling, of like I started with HTML when I was 12 or something like that. But I was just doing it on my own and I didn't have a good computer and I just was a little bit interested in it, right? Then I hit JavaScript. No one around me knew what I was doing. It was like I was all alone. I had no help, no nothing, no internet. Well, I wasn't very good at English at that time, so there was no Swedish internet, there was no help. I would have had to go to the library, but I had no idea to go to the library, right? I often hope, what if just an adult would have seen my interest and embraced that interest? Then today I would have known computers instead of the way I am now, learning them at my age. I would have been a whiz kid with computers, right? I would have learned. But those thoughts they're not helpful, right? It's just painful thinking like that. And him wanting to do that is a bitterness. I mean, end of life, I suppose there's not much time left, so you might as well. But in the present day, right, when I might have, well, it's so interesting. Like when you're close to death, nothing really matters equally anymore. But when you have a couple of years left, I feel like it's better for your mental health. Like you're building strength by learning to deal with it, if that makes sense. Blasphemous says, what if you can remember pieces of the lives that you are reliving? How do you mean? Blasphemous also says, many worlds interpretation introduced by Hugh Everett III, father of the singer of the Eels. Alright. I had no idea. But I mean, I'm not talking about actual quantum physics. It's like an old idea, as you say, right? That our choices, like we have different paths. Different paths go, and seems like there's something about different paths. I mean, extending life, I'm always for extending life if that is what you want. So if you relive, like, oh man, if I had the chance, can you imagine having all the knowledge that you have now and just been sent back into the past, like some point in your past, from your, let's say you were 10, just being sent back with all your current knowledge, sent back into yourself as a 10-year-old, or even younger. Well, not too young because that fucks up with the memory, but just, it's a thought experiment, right? It's fine. And just think of all the possibilities a kid has. Think how easy it is for a kid to learn new things. How you could, all the things that kids care about, that you as an adult don't care about. Like there's so many things that an adult know that a kid doesn't know, that the adult is trying to get the kid to behave after, and just being yourself, just having that knowledge. All the learning one could do. I mean, also, right, like if you want to change your thing, like you can go back to before Facebook and you can become the new Facebook creator, or you can create Google or whatever, right? You know, something, maybe you can buy the bitcoins that you wanted. You know, anything like that, and you could create, it's like a cheat code, like a save button. Blasphemous says, I've heard of a few people having that experience when they were young and had a fever. Wait, they were having hallucinations? Or what experience are we talking about? Like they were remembering stuff that didn't happen in their lives? Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard anecdotes saying that their kids was just speaking a different language from nowhere. Or talking about how they remember their deaths. Because kids are super trustworthy. Like anecdotes from someone whose kids told them something. That is actually a good way to create your worldview from. That bothers me. Like some people think that reincarnation is a real thing because just kids reporting themselves to remember dying. That's kind of fucked up. Blasphemous says people were giving away bitcoins back in like 2010. is to get people to use it. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have to, like, with the knowledge you have now, you could, if you go back, you would have so much more power, because you can say, I mean, you would know that the world would change, right? Because, well, we assume that is how time travel work. Like, that is what they are doing here, right? That the world will change. He will go to the moon. And that was right. I forgot again. We were stuck in memories again. Like, reliving these, is it worth it? Of course it is, even though it isn't real. Of course it is. It's an experience. It's a new experience. Oh, half evil. Blasphemous say I have to go to bed now. 3:33. That's half evil. Yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out. It's fun as usual. See you next time. I'm gonna go to lunch then. Seems like a good spot to end. Wonder if I can... Can't save in the middle of this though, so I'm just gonna read this and then I'm gonna go to bed. But imagine you... So thanks for hanging out and sleep tight, Blasphemous. But imagine you locked onto that initial push throughout your entire life, never wavering. It's more powerful than it seems. That being said, no ambition's gonna help a dead man. We'd better get it started. Oh, of course. Sorry. There we go. Save. File 1. Let's save to file 2 as well. Multiple saves is always good. Let's exit the game. And we're off to a little bit later lunch today. So cheers and see you next time.